My dear viewers, my well-wishers, my participants, and my students. You know that WBCS preliminary examination and at the same time PSC main examination and at the same time many other examinations like SSC Group C examination etc. are knocking at the door. Therefore, all of you must be well prepared to crack those examinations because it is a competitive market, and this competition must be faced by all the competitors. Whatever may be the fact, my topic of discussion is verb. First of all, I shall discuss regular and irregular verbs. What are the types of verbs? First, we should differentiate between regular and irregular verbs. So, regular verbs are those verbs which take D, ed or t before them in the past and past participle forms. Hello viewers, welcome to my channel An Easy Step to English Grammar. Welcome to my channel An Easy Step to English Grammar, and I am live streaming and I am sharing my ideas about regular and irregular verbs. So I have already discussed that regular verbs are those verbs which take D, ed and t after them in the past and past participle forms. For example, learn, learned, learned. Dedicate, dedicated, dedicated. Sacrificed, sacrificed and sacrificed. Burn, burnt and burnt. Burn, burned and burnt. Thus, hello my viewers, I am discussing regular and irregular verbs. I have already discussed that regular verbs are those which take D, ed or t after them in the past and past participle forms. Clear? For example, bring, brought, brought. Clear? Pluck, plucked, plucked. Pluck, plucked, plucked. You see that both in the past form and in the past participle form, these verbs have taken either D or ed or t. These are called regular verbs. Okay? For example, punish, punished, punished. Both have taken ed forms. Punish, punished, punished. Clear? So, these are regular verbs. But what are the irregular verbs? Hello, those who have joined my grammar class, I am live streaming. Please like, comment, and share my video on the discussion of regular and irregular verbs. What are the irregular verbs? The verbs which are changed into past and past participle forms only by changing their sounds, vowel sounds especially. Vowel sounds especially. For example, break, broke, broken. Break, broke, broken. Clear? This is irregular verb. Break, A, broke, O, broken. Clear? Choose, 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 chose, chosen, choose, chose, chosen. So, choose, CHOOSE pronunciation, chose, chosen. Clear? So, the vowel sounds are changing in the irregular verbs. So, in the interview board, you may face the question, what is the difference between regular and irregular verbs? In this case, you will have to differentiate between the two verbs. Clear? Drive, D-R-I-V, drive. Drove, driving. Drive, drove, driving. So, these are the irregular verbs. Again, I am repeating that regular verbs are those verbs which take D, ed, and t after them in the past and past participle forms. And irregular verbs are those which are changed into past and past participle forms only by changing their vowel sounds. Clear? And sometimes they take en forms after them. Now let us come to transitive and intransitive verbs. So I have differentiated between regular and irregular verbs. Now I am differentiating between transitive and intransitive verb. Clear? What is the transitive verb? A verb that has an object. For example, The boy has killed the frog. The boy has killed the frog. So killed is the principal verb. And what has been killed? Adda and Q and A sticker. Food you pretend to like. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guide your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. This is from YouTube. However, what was being described, my first was the difference between regular and irregular verbs, and the second one is the difference between transitive and intransitive verbs. So transitive verb is the verb which takes the object, either direct object or indirect object. For example, the boy has killed the frog. So killed is the principal verb. And what has he killed? Ask the verb by what? And it has given the answer frog. So frog is the object. So it is the transitive verb. My brother has worn a hat. My brother has worn a hat. You see, worn, wear, or worn. Worn is irregular verb. Wear, or and worn, irregular verb, but it is transitive verb. Ask worn, what has he worn? It is giving answer that has worn a hat. So hat is the object. So there is no problem to say that worn is the transitive verb. Clear? I have read the book entirely. I have read the book entirely. Read. Read. Clear? Read. But the spelling is the same. Spelling is the same. Read. I have read the book. So what have I read? The answer is Anubhav. Okay? I am very happy to see that Anubhav has joined the class. This is the basic grammar, and I think that if you can capture the basic grammar, there will be no problem to speak English fluently, confidently, and courageously. Okay? So, transitive verb is the verb which takes an object after it. I have read the book, so book is the object and read is the verb, and it is called transitive verb. Fetch me a glass of water. Fetch me a glass of water. So fetch is the verb, it is an imperative sentence. Me is indirect object because it is the object which suggests the man. Fetch me a glass of water. So glass of water is the direct object because it is inanimate object, and me is the indirect object. So we have understood what transitive verb is. And what is intransitive verb? Intransitive verb is the verb which does not take any object. For example, he smiles. He smiles. So smiles has taken no object. Smiles has not taken any object. So smiles is intransitive verb. The dog barks. The dog barks. So barks has no object. So it is called an indirect. So it is called an intransitive verb. Clear? The bird flies in the sky. So flies is the intransitive verb, because flies has no object, and in the sky is the adverb of place. So I have discussed tonight the difference between a regular and irregular verb, transitive and intransitive verb. Clear? So, my dear boys and girls who have joined my live streaming are being requested to like, comment, share and subscribe too. Thanking all of you. Good night.